who's been introduced into the attack. He'll be bowling the 11th over.
A very interesting move by the captain Rohit Paudel, bringing him his ace bowler Sandeep Lamichhane. Was wonderful with the ball and with the bat yesterday. Got a few runs in the latter part of the innings. 70 matches, 125 wickets, a decent economy of 4.62. He's the wicket taking option for Nepal, and he's been brought into fielder at mid-wicket. Did look a little interested, but just falling short.
This is a good ploy from the captain Rohit Paudel to bring in Sandeep Lamichhane. He's the man, as you mentioned, who has the ability to take wickets at will. So this will be interesting how the PNG batters play against Sandeep Lamichhane. Very positive start from PNG. They'll want to build on that. Brings out the sweep, big appeal and given. That was right in front, and as we mentioned earlier, he has the ability, Sandeep Lamichhane, to take wickets at will. Immediate impact in the very first over. He gets a wicket. Kipling Doriga walks back.
That was a very good delivery, enticing Kipling and bringing out the sweep. Plunder in front. No hesitation from the umpire Akbar Ali. And first blood drawn by Nepal. Kipling Doriga gone after scoring 26 of 43 deliveries. That included 3 fours. PNG 42 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Keep on pumping and winning. Get charged. That is what you want to be. Get charged.
मेरो स्टाइलको रहस्य हो प्रो स्टाइल. प्राकृतिक तत्त्वहरूको गुणसहित तपाईको फेभरेट प्रो स्टाइल ड्यान्ड्रफ कन्ट्रोल हेयर ओइल अब नयाँ आकर्षक प्याकमा, जसले तपाईको कपाललाई राख्छ ड्यान्ड्रफ फ्री र चम्किलो, अनि राख्छ तपाईलाई always stylish, cool and confident.
Pro Style for my man.
.42 for 1 after 10.3, and Sandeep Lamichhane. Well, Rashid, what a player he is, what a bowler, always contributing to his side. As in comes Sesebao. First ball, nicely played. Yes, no, and then has to come back.
Well, we were talking about his impact. Let's have a look at that wicket once again. That was the impact he made. Flighted delivery on the stumps, right in front. No hesitations, easy decision, and Lamichhane was off. Asking the question once again.
A big appeal. Sandeep Lamichhane was very convinced that the ball was going to hit the stumps. No, that was going down leg as well. So, a very good decision by Akbar Ali, and he does have something to tell and share with the captain.
Yeah, there were too many doubts on the last one. Sliding down, the bat was close to the pad. So very good decision at the end from umpire Akbar Ali. Well, that's the end of the first over for Lamichhane. A successful one, picking up that wicket. 11 done, PNG 44 for 1.
keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
XH Simplifying Technology.
.44 for 1 as another spinner introduced into the attack. Dipendra Singh Airi. Big swing from Tony Ura. And we know for a fact that Dipendra Singh Airi will be bowling his overs pretty quickly. Does like to finish his overs in a jiffy. Gets the under edge this time.
Well, that's a very good start from Airi. Bowling it in the right line and length and controlling the pace superbly. Getting the ball to break. That's up in the air. Slightly fuller. The fielder coming underneath it. But that's gone all the way over his head for a maximum.
What a beautiful hit. Just in the slot and going after it. Kept the fielder interested, but the ball just teasing him and crossing the ropes. Oh, again, for a moment I thought Tony Ura wants to go for another big hit. Just checked his shot at the last moment and was in two minds and hence just couldn't get the connection.
The last one was slightly quicker from Airi after being hit for a 6. And back to normal now. This is good from Airi. He's enticing the batter to go after him, which is always a good sign. Another good delivery. End of the over, 12 done. PNG 50 for the loss of 1.
मेरो स्टाइलको रहस्य हो प्रो स्टाइल प्राकृतिक तत्त्वहरूको गुणसहित तपाईको फेभरेट प्रो स्टाइल ड्यान्ड्रफ कन्ट्रोल हेयर ओइल अब नयाँ आकर्षक प्याकमा जसले तपाईको कपाललाई राख्छ ड्यान्ड्रफ फ्री र चम्किलो अनि राख्छ तपाईलाई अलवेज स्टाइलिश कुल एन्ड कन्फिडेन्ट
Pro Style for my man.
Well, that was a big appeal. And then suddenly he decides not to go for it. Sandeep. Well, brings the wrong one, Sandeep Lamichhane, for the left-handed Sesebao. A slip in place, a backward point, and there he also has a deep point. So a good field placement for the left-hander. That tells you that it's going to be the wrong ones most of the time.
Change in angle. Probably wants to exploit that gap between the bat and pad. He's a very thinking bowler, Sandeep Lamichhane. Hence he's been so successful.
End of the over, 13 bowled. It's 52 for 1.
Behind every blissful individual, there is a thought. There is always a logic, a motive, a purpose for everything. When you are the reason for someone's happiness, we are here for yours. Bravo Bank, a reason for your success.
Dipendra Singh Airi to continue, and some crowd today. Played on the back foot this time, and the cover sweeper fielder comes in.
Now this will be interesting. Shoaib, an off-break spinner, bowling to a left-hander. It'll be interesting to see what kind of a pace he bowls at, the kind of break he gets from the wicket. It's been turning somewhat. Starts off with that straighter one, just going with the arm. He hasn't been as quick as he was yesterday in completing his overs. Different opposition, different approach.
Today he looks more relaxed. Today it seems like he's got all the time in the world. He wants to enjoy his bowling. A good delivery. This one, the arm ball just continues to take the same line once it pitches. No turn whatsoever. Just one run of this one. And a dot ball to end the over. One run in this over. It's 14 overs bowled. 53 for 1.
XH Simplified Technology.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
Sandeep to continue. This is good batting from Tony Ora. He's not trying to force shots against Sandeep Lamichhane, respecting him. And rightly so. He's got a left-hander in his partner.
Oh, that's a good shot. Sweep comes in and the ball goes out. Very well played by Sesebao. It was on the pads. It was asking to be hit. And Sesebao has played one of the best sweep shots that you'll see on the ground.
Well, drifting down the legs and the sweep coming out, as you mentioned. Picking the gap perfectly. But this is very smart, as I mentioned, from PNG and Tony Ora in particular. That one coming into the left-hander. Question asked, loud appeal. Turned down. The umpire not interested.
It gets very excited, Sandeep, but that was hit high on the pad. There was no bat involved. And Sandeep was always very interested in that.
This is very good from PNG. I'm enjoying this approach from the two batters out there, especially Tony Ora. He's just made sure as soon as Sandeep Lamichhane has come into bowl, he's taken that single of the first delivery and then given strike to his partner. Meanwhile, fuller delivery, slightly away from that mid-wicket fielder, and they pick up a single to end that over. Beg your pardon, there's another delivery to go. And now Sandeep Lamichhane would be bowling to Sisi Bao. Oh, that was the wrong one. Going away from the left-hander. And of over number 15. PNG 60 for 1.
Wild swing from Tony Ura, just couldn't get it from the middle of the bat, but he will get a single. Tony Ura on 24 of 35. And Sesebao now giving him company. Kipling Doriga is the only wicket that fell earlier. It was Sandeep Lamichhane's first over. Was caught right in front, sweeping the ball. Nicely played, much more control. And played on the merit. Sesebao rocking on the back foot. Singles will be just fine for PNG at the moment, Rashid.
Yeah, if they can continue going at 4 runs and over and build up a partnership, they'll definitely be more favourites to get a big total on the board. Meanwhile, that one has been played towards that vacant square leg, and they come back for 3 runs. This is very good running. Very smart, sensible batting. This is what PNG has been doing so well. They've just made sure that the running between the wickets has been immaculate. Once again, between the two fielders in the 30-yard circle. This is good. This is good from PNG. They're transferring that pressure back on Nepal, letting them work really hard, solidly defending that to end the over. 16 done, PNG 66 for 1.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
XH Simplifying Technology.
So spin continues from both ends. Sandeep Lamichhane from one, Dipendra Singh Airi from the other. They'll need a few wickets here, Nepal. Hasn't been turning a lot on this wicket. Yes, there is some purchase for the spinners, but not as much that would bother the batters. I think they're very comfortable out there in the middle, unless both these batters, they play a false shot. They really can build a partnership here.
Yeah, well pointed out, Shoaib. Not breaking as much as it did in the last game. But also I feel that the wicket is playing slightly better. The ball coming onto the bat, the players are able to go through with their shots. Which is why the Nepal bowlers have to work really hard. That's a good delivery. They're building up this partnership, Tony Ora and Sesi Bao. This is what is required, partnerships. This will put pressure on Nepal. Meanwhile, Fuller, desperation showing now from Sandeep Lamichhane as well, going slightly fuller.
Yes, we'll have to do something different. They'll have to come up with a plan, Nepal, because barring that wicket of Kipling, they haven't had much success. Another good shot, but finds the fielder. So they will have to plan a wicket here. As of now, PNG have been relentless in their approach. Have made sure they keep the scoreboard ticking and haven't given away any wickets. Very watchful against Sandeep Lamichhane. They'll be happy to just see him through. 17 overs, 67 for 1.
मेरो स्टाइलको रहस्य हो प्रो स्टाइल प्राकृतिक तत्त्वहरूको गुणसहित तपाईको फेभरेट प्रो स्टाइल ड्यान्ड्रफ कन्ट्रोल हेयर ओइल अब नयाँ आकर्षक प्याकमा जसले तपाईको कपाललाई राख्छ ड्यान्ड्रफ फ्री र चम्किलो अनि राख्छ तपाईलाई अलवेज स्टाइलिश कुल एन्ड कन्फिडेन्ट
Keep on pumping and winning. Get charged. That is what you wanna be. Get charged.
भनिन्छ नि नानीदेखि लागेको बानी मेरो पनि एउटा बानी थियो जे पनि बचत गरिहाले बिस्तारै यो बानी स्वभाव बन्दै गयो बाबालाई पनि ब्याङ्कमा खातै खोल्दिनु पर्ने भयो अनि त महिनाभरिमा कुत्रुके भरायो बाबासँग ब्याङ्क गएर जम्मा गरायो समयसँगै हुर्किँदै गयो बचत पनि थरी चिन्न लाग्यो जिन्दगी न हो सधैँ किन एकनास हुन्थ्यो र तर पनि मन ढुक्क हुन्थ्यो किनकि मेरो खाता थियो नबेल ब्याङ्कमा मेरो बाबादेखि मेरी छोरी सानी सबैलाई सरेको छ मेरो जस्तै बानी
तपाईको नबेल ब्याङ्कमा खाता छ कि छैन त
नबेल ब्याङ्क सँगै अघि
XH Simplifying Technology.
मेरो स्टाइलको रहस्य हो प्रो स्टाइल प्राकृतिक तत्त्वहरूको गुणसहित तपाईको फेभरेट प्रो स्टाइल ड्यान्ड्रफ कन्ट्रोल हेयर ओइल अब नयाँ आकर्षक प्याकमा जसले तपाईको कपाललाई राख्छ ड्यान्ड्रफ फ्री र चम्किलो अनि राख्छ तपाईलाई अलवेज स्टाइलिश कुल एन्ड कन्फिडेन्ट
Pro style for my man.
Behind every blissful individual, there is a thought. There is always a logic, a motive, a purpose for everything. When you are the reason for someone's happiness, we are here for yours. Bravo Bank, a reason for your success. XH Simplifying Technology.
Get charged. Keep on pumping and winning. Get charged. That is what you wanna be. Get charged.
भनिन्छ नि नानीदेखि लागेको बानी मेरो पनि एउटा बानी थियो जे पनि बचत गरिहाले बिस्तारै यो बानी स्वभाव बन्दै गयो बाबालाई पनि ब्याङ्कमा खातै खोल्दिनु पर्ने भयो अनि त महिनाभरिमा कुत्रुके भरायो बाबासँग ब्याङ्क गएर जम्मा गरायो समयसँगै हुर्किँदै गयो बचत पनि थरी चिन्न लाग्यो जिन्दगी न हो सधैँ किन एकनास हुन्थ्यो र तर पनि मन ढुक्क हुन्थ्यो किनकि मेरो खाता थियो नबेल ब्याङ्कमा मेरो बाबादेखि मेरी छोरी सानी सबैलाई सरेको छ मेरो जस्तै बानी
तपाईको नबिल ब्याङ्कमा खाता छ कि छैन त?
नबिल ब्याङ्क सँगै अघि
XH Simplified Technology.
मेरो स्टाइलको रहस्य हो प्रो स्टाइल प्राकृतिक तत्त्वहरूको गुणसहित तपाईको फेभरेट प्रो स्टाइल डेन्ड्रफ कन्ट्रोल हेयर ओइल अब नयाँ आकर्षक प्याकमा जसले तपाईको कपाललाई राख्छ डेन्ड्रफ फ्री र चम्किलो अनि राख्छ तपाईलाई अलवेज स्टाइलिश कुल एन्ड कन्फिडेन्ट
Pro Style for my man.
Behind.
$67 for 1 after 17 overs, as there was a short drinks break. And there's a change in the bowling as well. It's Arif Sheikh who will be replacing Dipendra Singh Airi from the Sports City end. Coming around the wicket for the left-handed Sesebao. 67 for 1 is the score in 17, and PNG will be very happy to take that. Now we'll just have to wait and watch how much more can this pair add to this total of PNG. The more they get, the better. While on the other hand, Nepal should be looking for wickets. I think this is a good change, Rashid, to bring in Arif, who does bowl gentle medium pace but is very consistent. Starts off well on that delivery.
That's a good move from Nepal. Meanwhile, it's a promising start from PNG. They'll just have to restart once again. Sesebao, Antoniora. They've been very smart with their approach. I've enjoyed how they have complemented each other, supported each other. As soon as Sandeep Lamichhane comes in, Tony Ura picks up a single, gives it to his partner, who then goes through the over. And then when it was Airi bowling, Sesebao would take a single, and Tony Ura would face most of the deliveries of those spinners. So very good and smart batting by these two.
Yes, and a good observation, Rashid. I think that would have been the plan, and that normally is how things work when you're playing as a pair. You look out for each other. One more run added to the total. So there will be occasions, there will be times when Tony Ura will be the man who will be facing more, so that they can create more chances of scoring runs. And then there will be times when Sesebao will take the aggressor's role. As of now, things going PNG's way. But things could change. We've seen that yesterday. Things can change pretty quickly. Oh, beautiful shot. Sound of the bat. It's high in the air over the fielder. And, oh, that's a poor effort. He did put in the slide. Sandeep Lamichhane was almost there, just couldn't collect the ball in his first attempt, couldn't collect it in the second attempt, and the ball just kissed the ropes at the last moment.
A slightly fuller, and Tony Ura was onto that in a flash, hitting it over mid-off. That ball was teasing the fielder, Sandeep Lamichhane getting fingertips to that one. Just couldn't manage to bring it back in. Once again, sensible batting. Opting to go for a single after getting that boundary.
Well, if you observe, Rashid, in this series, PNG have just improved with every game. They have learnt from their mistakes. They have been bold enough to accept them, and then have worked towards changing their approach. This has been another good start for PNG after they did what they did against UAE. 18 gone. We'll keep that chat alive. It's 73 for 1.
Get charged, keep a pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
XH Simplified Technology.
"18 overs, and there's a change in the bowling from the far end as well. We like to call it the Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed end, facing the highway. It's going to be Kushal Malla, the man who impressed one and all with his heroics with the bat yesterday. Will be bowling his left arm orthodox and starts off just where he wants that first ball to be bowled, at the top of the off stump.
Another good change by the captain Rohit, bringing in the slow left armour. This is good. This can prove promising for Nepal, because the batter there, Tony Ura, would have to generate some power to hit those shots. He's bowling at a very good pace. Well, a chance of a run out, and that's been given straight away. That change bringing in the wicket. Hesitation between the two, and Sesepao has to walk back.
Well, they needed some divine interference, and Nepal have got just that. That was hit straight to the fielder. A misfield, you never run on a misfield, they say, and I think that was a good effort, good sharp throw, and the verdict is out. Tony Ura, a well-played 32, but he'll have to walk back and rest in the dugout. It's 73 for 1.
भनिन्छ नि, नानीदेखि लागेको बानी मेरो पनि एउटा बानी थियो। जे पनि बचत गरिहाले। बिस्तारै यो बानी स्वभाव बन्दै गयो। बाबालाई पनि ब्याङ्कमा खातै खोल्दिनु पर्ने भयो। अनि त महिनाभरिमा खुत्रुके भरायो। बाबासँग ब्याङ्क गएर जम्मा गरायो। समयसँगै हुर्किदै गयो। बचत पनि थरी-थरी चिन्न लाग्यो। जिन्दगी न हो, सधैँ किन एकनास हुन्थ्यो र? तर पनि मन ढुक्क हुन्थ्यो। किनकि मेरो खाता थियो नोबेल ब्याङ्कमा। मेरो बाबादेखि मेरी छोरी सानी सबैलाई सरेको छ मेरो जस्तै बानी।
तपाईको नोबेल ब्याङ्कमा खाता छ कि छैन त?
नोबेल ब्याङ्क सँगै अघि।
Well, I stand corrected. Apologies, it was not Tony Ura. It was, in fact, Sese Bao who's run out. Tony Ura is still out there. As the captain walks in to bat, Asadwala, he's on strike right now. So Kushal Malla, he's been introduced into the attack, and he's got a wicket, not to his name, but in his over.
That was a good move. And now Kushal Malla. That's a good shot. Asadwala off the mark. A successful over comes to an end. 19 done. PNG 74 for 2.
XH Simplified Technology.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
Well, we've always spoken about the Nepal supporters. Today we've got some PNG supporters in the crowd. That's good. So PNG and Nepal sitting side by side. Interesting change. Just that one over for Arif Sheikh, and now it's Sompal Kami back into the attack. He has played it with soft hands towards the mid wicket.
This is very good from Rohit Podel. Bringing in the medium pacer. You were talking about the fatigue and the conditions, Shoaib. They can't go on for longer spells. So they'll have those 2-3 over spells right in the middle.
Oh yes, to my surprise, I thought they would be bowling shorter spells even in the first time when they bowled together, when they opened the innings. Sompal Kami and Karan Casey, they bowled 5 overs each. And I think that was a bit too much for them. They did bowl well. Couldn't get wickets to their name. 19 overs now, and Sompal has come in to bowl the 20th. That's played with soft hands by Asadwala, just playing it very close to his body and dropping it on the wicket itself, taking a run. Good batting from Asad, the captain of PNG. Bats well, bowls well, leads the side as well.
Yeah, this is good batting from Asad. Making sure he feeds the strike to Tony Ora, who's been there in the middle since the start. Faced 44 deliveries for his 32 runs. Looks very promising.
Nicely played on the back foot. Two runs in this over from Sompal Kami. Coming around the wicket. We saw him do that in the game yesterday as well against the left-handed batters. Comes wide of the crease and then creates that angle. Finishes it off on the top of off.
Yeah, that's a good angle to create. And if you can especially get that outswing working against the left-hander with that kind of an angle, that'll definitely get them in trouble. Meanwhile, we see a lot of support for PNG. There's a mix of Nepal supporters and PNG supporters enjoying the game here.
A very funky hat cap there.
Well, there was a lot of support for the team Nepal yesterday. The crowd making a lot of noise. Even though it didn't go Nepal's way, they still enjoyed it right till the end.
As they did enjoy yesterday. 20 overs have been bowled, 76 for 2.
Kushal Malla to continue. That has been played towards the cover sweeper. Tony Ora happy to just take singles. Rotate strike. Brings in the captain. Asadwala to take strike. Both of these batters need to stitch a partnership now. Played solidly towards long off. Meanwhile, this is good from PNG. They haven't lost too many wickets. And they're scoring at a decent pace. Not letting the bowlers get on top of them. Once again, drill down the ground. And they pick up a single. Dealing in singles.
Well, fans always coming out to support Sandeep Lamichhane. Today I can't read it now. Okay, yeah, that's much better. He's 2 up. Okay. I tried my best. Couldn't read it. We'll get back to that. There's a message for Sandeep. It's been played in the gap. Looking for 2. And they get 2 runs. Right, so hey Sandy, you can cut the tension with a wicket. Yes, he does. He can. Sandeep, love you forever. Well, there are ardent fans. Another single added to the total. This one's a good over for PNG. Not a dot ball in that. 6 runs in the 5 deliveries that he has bowled.
And the last delivery, we did see some hands on the heads. Was played up in the air. Not very far from the bowler.
6 up. No, just
Meanwhile,
give him a 3.
Another good shot from PNG and Tony Ora. A very good over for PNG. 7 runs of this over. 21 done. PNG 83 for 2.
Keep on pumping and winning. Get charged. That is what you want to be. Get charged.
XH Simplifying Technology.
So 21 overs, that's the chart over by over. PNG, the 7th over was the most expensive over in the innings. 13 runs off it. And the 2 wickets that fell in first in the 11th and the second in the 19th. Gives you an idea that PNG have done well so far. 83 for 2, as in comes Sompal Kami to bowl his 7th. Full delivery played towards the long on, and 2 runs easy for Asadwala and Tony Ura.
Yeah, this has been very good from PNG. Those Manhattans coming in. The running between the wickets has been superb between all the players, all the batters who have come out for PNG. The intent has been visible from ball 1.
Yes, they've really kept themselves busy. And they've learnt from the game yesterday, I think. Play as less dot balls as possible.
Absolutely. Don't let those dot balls pile up. That's how you put pressure on the opposing side. Rotation of strike. And also, it gives you that confidence. You build up a partnership, lay the platform for the fag end of the innings. Meanwhile, Nepal are on the move, on the lookout for another wicket. They would want to get someone, especially Tony Ura. They want to see the back of him as soon as possible. He's playing a different kind of innings now.
Yes, and he's only going to get better and faster and quicker in terms of his run scoring. The more he spends time out there in the middle, the less likely it is for him to get out. So they will have to try and get his wicket as soon as possible. Asadwala, the captain, on the other hand, he too is looking good and solid. So it looks like a wicket that is not doing too much. We'll have to wait and watch if the wicket does slow down a bit in the second innings. Does it get a lot drier? Oh, what a catch! What a blinder of a take that is from Sompal Kami. One of the best that we have seen so far. And they needed that effort. They've got the breakthrough.
Well, they needed something special to get the special man out. Tony Ura was playing a blinding innings. This one hit straight back. Brilliantly done. Top effort to get a top wicket. Tony Ura, well, he's the man who's been dismissed. PNG lose their third. Gone after scoring 39 of 50 deliveries. PNG 87 for the loss of 2. Beg your pardon, 3 now. This was the third wicket.
XH Simplified Technology.
Behind every blissful individual, there is a thought. There is always a logic, a motive, a purpose for everything. When you are the reason for someone's happiness, we are here for yours. Bravo Bank, a reason for your success.
Keep on pumping and winning. Get charged. That is what you wanna be. Get charged.
XH Simplified Technology.
Good solid defense on the front foot by Asadwala. He's on strike. Hiri is the new man in for PNG. Nicely played. That's a beautiful drive leaning into it. Chase for two fielders, but the ball has bisected that gap and it has crossed the ropes. Magnificent shot from the bat of the skipper Asadwala.
A splendid shot there. Timing was top notch. Layering onto that front foot and hitting it in the gap. He had to generate a lot of power behind that shot. Kushal Malla is not giving a lot of pace on his deliveries. Once again, similar kind of length, liner length, just pulling it slightly, which is why Asad on this occasion could not middle as well as he did the last one. Played straight back to the bowler. Well, Shoaib, they've got two new men in the middle now. Nepal would have to probably bring in a slightly different approach. Get in another fielder inside the 30-yard and not let any easy runs go now.
Yes, they've got that important batter back in the dugout for PNG. It was Tony Ura who was looking good. Now they'll have to rebuild. Big appeal and given. Is the captain Asadwala, found right in front of the stumps, and Kushal Malla has delivered the goods for his side. Another wicket falls, and the middle order here, it is witnessing a collapse. That was right in front.
Very good delivery, slowing it in the air, enticing Asadwala to come onto the front foot. The ball slightly turning into him, adjacent to the stumps, and an easy decision for the umpire. Asadwala gone after scoring 11 of 19. Another one bites the dust for PNG. 91 for the loss of 4 wickets.
XH Simplifying Technology.
.91 for 4 now, PNG. That was right in front. Kushal Malla slower in the air. That's why the ball just turned a lot more than what Asadwala expected. And it was an easy decision for the umpire. Sompal Kami bowling his 8th over. Tucked it away towards mid-wicket. Hiri is off the mark. So 2 new batters out there in the middle for PNG. Hiri has just faced a delivery. And that is good news for Nepal. This is a good comeback in the game. And that is what we mentioned earlier as well. Things can change in a matter of few overs. You just have to believe in yourself. And Nepal were very persistent in their approach. I think Rohit has done really well in managing his troops, got the right bowling changes, and he has brought Nepal back in the game with his captaincy.
Absolutely. Rohit has been very splendid in his changes, bringing in Sompal. Well, you always need, as a team, when you're going flat, you need that special effort from somebody in the field. A good run out, a good catch, that really helps the morale of the team. And we've seen both those efforts today. First, that amazing run out, and then a good catch by Sompal off his own bowling. And now the field set by Rohit is just very good, putting pressure on the new batters.
Yes, he knows that there are two new batters in the middle, and that's why you see 4 fielders on the off and 1 on the onside inside the 30-yard circle. In fact, 2 on the onside. A mid-on was having a word with the bowler there. So 6 fielders.
Working for Nepal. They still have quite a few overs left from Sandeep Lamichhane. What do you think, when will be the right time to introduce him back into the attack?
Well, I just think that Rohit is delaying that because there are left-handers out there in the middle. Angle, and these middle overs are very crucial. You have to make sure that you don't give away a lot of runs. At least hold one end up so that the other end, the bowler can look to take wickets.
And so, yeah, you're right, and especially because Kushal Malla is doing a wonderful job with the ball for his captain. He's picked up that important wicket of Asad Walla. So that's an added advantage, an added option for Rohit Podel.
Thickish outside edge. There is protection at deep third. I wouldn't mind seeing Sandeep Lamichhane come back into the attack and have a go against these 2 new batters out there in the middle. 24 gone, 94 for 4 is the score.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
XH Simplified Technology.
.24 gone, and it's Sandeep Lamichhane who's come into the attack, and Rashid did initiate that conversation of bringing Sandeep Lamichhane. Your wishes have been answered. Your prayers have been answered, should I say that? You should have asked for something else, Rashid. Maybe $1 million.
No, I just felt that the game was going in that direction where Nepal at the moment have a good hold and they can bring in their ace bowler to exploit these conditions. The last 2 wickets coming in a hurry, and now it's the right time, in my opinion, to bring in your ace bowlers and get to that middle order. Meanwhile, that has gotten the outside edge, running towards the boundary at the 3rd man region. And the ball running the race. Unlucky for Sandeep, and some luck going PNG's way.
Yes, that was not where Toka wanted it to be played, but gets a decent amount of bat on that shot. And this outfield here at Dubai International Stadium is lightning quick. Once the ball crosses the 30-yard circle, it's very difficult to stop the ball, especially when it's played along the ground. For Toka. And that is why you want your slip to be a lot wider when you're bowling and creating that angle. Nicely bowled, coming around the wicket. What do you think about that, Rashid?
Yeah, I feel it's a very good move. That angle can create that gap between bat and pad. Remember, Sandeep is not breaking the ball way too much. And also that googly will come into effect as soon as the ball will go with the arm. We'll keep that slip fielder in play. End of 25 overs, halfway done. PNG 99 for the loss of 4.
मेरो स्टाइलको रहस्य हो प्रो स्टाइल प्राकृतिक तत्त्वहरूको गुणसहित तपाईको फेभरेट प्रो स्टाइल ड्यान्ड्रफ कन्ट्रोल हेयर ओइल अब नयाँ आकर्षक प्याकमा जसले तपाईको कपाललाई राख्छ ड्यान्ड्रफ फ्री र चम्किलो अनि राख्छ तपाईलाई अलवेज स्टाइलिश कुल एन्ड कन्फिडेन्ट
Pro Style for my man.
With that single, PNG get to 100 runs. They've taken slightly over 25 overs to get there. Meanwhile, Rohit Patel has decided to bring himself on. He's done so well so far. Meanwhile, Toka and Hirahiri, those are the new men in the middle for PNG. Remember, they got off to a very good start, but have lost their way somewhat in the middle in the overs. This is good from Nepal. Just building that pressure, bowling a lot of dot balls. They're getting through with the overs really quickly. Another good delivery. That one gripping a bit. Turning away from the left-hander. Rohit Patel doing a very good job with the ball so far.
Oh, big appeal. Not out, says the umpire. Immediate response. Didn't have to wait too long to think about it. Rohit Patel, the captain, starts off his first over by conceding just one run. It's 26 gone. PNG reached the triple figure mark. It's 100 for 4.
To every blissful individual, there is a thought. There is always a logic, a motive, a purpose for everything. When you are the reason for someone's happiness, we are here for yours. Bravo Bank, a reason for your success.
Sandeep Lamichhane continues. Let's look at that last ball of the previous over. I think it was a decent call from the umpire. The height could also be a factor on that.
Yeah, Rohit looked very interested. There was a loud appeal, but a lot of doubts on that one. Probably going down the leg. The height, another concern. Was close to that inside edge of the bat as well. Meanwhile, appeal once again. And umpire Akbar Ali not interested. A lot of questions being asked here by Nepal.
Well, I like the way Sandeep Lamichhane goes about his appeal. It's more of a celebration than an appeal. He's always running towards the keeper as if he knows for sure that it's out. Rocked on the back foot. Hiri.
Sure, I feel that Sandeep has been slightly short. A couple of inches more towards the bat, and he would be more effective. It's the moment they're just rocking onto the back foot and playing him easier. And Nepal would want Sandeep to pick up a couple of wickets. Once again, just on the middle stump, defended back. End of over number 27. Well, a maiden to end that. PNG 100 for 4.
XH Simplifying Technology.
Get charged, keep a pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
Karan Casey comes into the attack. So a different strategy here from Rohit Patel. Just bowled that one over. Brought Sandeep Lamichhane from that end and now brings Karan Casey into the attack.
Yeah, this has been interesting. He's been maneuvering his troops. Rohit Patel. They have paid some dividends. Those changes working. Kushal Malla was a surprising move. At the end, worked in his favour. First that run out of his first over, and then that bonus wicket of the captain Nasad Walla. Meanwhile, this has been played really well, but excellent bit of fielding there. Mid-off doing a wonderful job, putting in the dive and stopping a few runs for the team.
Toka seems to be a good batter on the up. He's driven a few deliveries from the middle of the bat. He's timed them well as well. Just couldn't access the gaps. But he looks good when he's playing it on the offside. Gets his elbow nice and high. Good back lift and then just punches it. This time just plays it late. Opens the face of the bat and gets a single.
Well, he certainly has the technique and has shots all around the ground. Favors the offside slightly more than the onside. Meanwhile, Karan Casey, he's bowled a miserly spell so far, just giving away 12 runs in the 5.2 overs he's bowled. Hasn't been able to pick up
big in the death overs. You need to have wickets in hand. So from here on, PNG will not mind slowing down the run rate a bit more, but making sure they don't lose wickets. They've already got 100 on the board. They can get another 150 in the remaining few overs, but you'll need to make sure that you're there out there in the middle. Appeal. It was short and got some extra bounce. Karan Casey wanted to slash that, misses it.
Yeah, backward line delivery. Here he wanted to get it over the point's head. There was a loud appeal from the wicketkeeper and the bowler. Slightly delayed from the bowler appeal. And the umpire wasn't interested. But there's been a slight difference in this partnership. The rotation of strike hasn't been as good as it was in the previous partnerships. PNG on the back foot slightly, losing those wickets back to back in the 22nd and 23rd over. It's a very good delivery coming into the right hander, solidly defended. End of over number 28, PNG 101 for the loss of 4.
As in comes Kushal Malla. Well, this time, Rashid, we're, at least I can speak for myself, it has been a very unusual bowling pattern in terms of the bowlers that are used, and I have not been able to understand or read the logic or the reasoning. That one just missing the top of middle stump. You can see Asif Sheikh, his hands on his head, because he thought that the ball is going to crash into the stumps. He was never expecting the ball to rise so much.
Yeah, that was slightly fuller. And going on to the back foot is not always good, especially in front of a bowler who can break the ball, which is why you saw Asif Sheikh had his hands on his head.
Kushal Malla, he is the only spin bowler in all those bowlers who have bowled so far who's getting so much of turn of this wicket, and I think the reason is because he's bowling it a lot slower in the air and trying to put as many revs as possible. So the slower you bowl, the more turn you get. But honestly, I've not been able to understand the kind of bowling changes that Rohit has done. He's done really well, and on second thoughts, I think it is because he doesn't want the batters to settle to a certain pair of bowlers. He wants them to be on their feet, thinking about who's going to bowl next. End of the 29th, we'll take Rashid's opinion on that after the next over starts. It's 104 for 4.
Get charged. keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
XH Simplified Technology.
Karan Casey now coming around the wicket. It's Kaudi Toka. 7 of 20. Both these batters, Rashid, have taken their time. Let's quickly dwell on that question again of the changes, the bowling changes that have been used so far.
Yeah, there has been a lot of chops and changes by Rohit, and one reason probably which you mentioned was that he doesn't want the batters to get settled to a certain bowler. But I feel that the bowlers, in my opinion, should be given a longer run, especially in the longer format. Because here, in these kind of formats, you need to settle in, get the batter used to a certain way of playing you, and then bring in your surprise delivery, which is when you buy that wicket. Meanwhile, Karan Casey bringing in that variation, that could have been very close. And the fielder there has done a wonderful job. Could have been buzzers.
Yes, again that delivery that he bowls behind the crease alongside the umpire, and that was a sharp throw, just couldn't get it on the target. Good backing up as well. Using his feet, trying to go big on that occasion, Hiri Hiri.
Yeah, but they've been out there for quite a while, Hiri Hiri and Gaudi Toka. Now they want to get a move on. At the moment, the projected score is at 180 runs. Meanwhile, once again, some variation from Karan Casey. He likes to bowl the 24-yarder. Bowls it from behind the crease, a couple of yards.
I like the term that you've given that delivery, the 24-yarder. There you go again, just alongside the umpire, and he bowls that. It does play on the mind of the batter because he's not expecting the ball to be released at that time. Oh, that's been played, that's been punched in the gap. No protection on the covers, and the ball crosses the ropes for 4 runs. Beautiful shot by Hiri Hiri.
Yeah, that was a very good shot. Shorter length, picked the gap perfectly, and there was no protection, no cover sweeper in place. And Karan Casey normally doesn't give any width whatsoever, probably trying something new here. Bowling that one short, and Hiri Hiri was onto that in a flash, getting that all-important boundary for him and his team. Better delivery to follow that up, and sensible cricket from Hiri Hiri, just guiding it to third man for a single. End of 30, Nelson on the board.
मेरो स्टाइलको रहस्य हो प्रो स्टाइल प्राकृतिक तत्त्वहरूको गुणसहित तपाईको फेभरेट प्रो स्टाइल ड्यान्ड्रफ कन्ट्रोल हेयर ओइल अब नयाँ आकर्षक प्याकमा, जसले तपाईको कपाललाई राख्छ ड्यान्ड्रफ फ्री र चम्किलो, अनि राख्छ तपाईलाई always stylish, cool and confident.
Pro Style for my man.
Kushal Malla to continue. Oh, that was close to the stumps. It's Nelson all the board. Does prove to be unlucky at times. PNG would have to break this as soon as possible. Back-to-back dot balls. Not convincing here, Hiri.
Nicely played with soft hands. And this has been a spirited bowling performance from Kushal Malla. Just bowling at the right pace. Flighting the ball, not afraid to give the ball some air, inviting the batter to go for a big hit, enticing him. Rocked on the back foot, but finds the fielder. So 5 dot balls on the trot.
Yeah, this is very good from Kushal Malla. Once again, very good delivery. The lengths have been superb. End of the over. Maiden for Kushal Malla and Nepal. 31 done. 111 for the loss of 4.
A blissful individual, there is a thought. There is always a logic, a motive, a purpose for everything. When you are the reason for someone's happiness, we are here for yours. Bravo Bank, a reason for your success.
Dipendra Airy reintroduced. Starts off with the dot ball. The PNG hasn't been able to break the Nelson as yet. And this is not good signs for them. They'll have to get that one run as soon as possible. I'm feeling a bit itchy here.
Yes, we know that on that score, what happens. I don't want to spell that out, or I'll have some really angry PNG fans. Meanwhile, another dot ball. 4 dot balls on the trot again, so this could be another maiden over in progress. No run taken. I think that was there was a chance to take a run. Still on 111. And they get to 112 on the last ball of the 32nd over. Kushal Malla to continue. $112. They have really slowed down, haven't they, PNG? Since those 4 wickets are down, both these batters have taken their own sweet time. 30 for Toka and 27 for Hiri Hiri. This time using his feet, Gaudi Toka, and playing it towards long on. Both move on to 10 runs. But they've almost taken 5 overs each to get those 10 runs.
Absolutely, they have taken quite a bit of time now, and it's very imperative for them to convert this start. They'll have to finish well for PNG. This wicket does look like slightly better wicket to bat on. The ball does come on to the bat, and with the batters Nepal have, they will come out with a lot of intent and put pressure on PNG, which is even more important for them now to get a good total on the board. With that send of over number 33, PNG 113 for the loss of 4.
Dipendra Singh Iyer continues. Using his feet again, Hiri Hiri. Some signs of intent to take as many singles as possible. Rotate the strike. Some sense of urgency.
Well, it's important for them to get that sense of urgency. They don't have too many overs left. They'll have to go at least 4 and over from here onwards, and probably build that platform to go all out at the fag end of the innings. That's what I feel. In the previous partnerships, PNG were better in rotating strike. Meanwhile, Dipendra, he's just going through the motions very quickly, and Toka is not happy with that, taking his own time, not letting the bowler settle down. Meanwhile, that one played over the bowler's head, straight down the ground, where you see a good bit of fielding come into play, and they pick up a couple of runs. End of 34th with that. PNG 117 for 4.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
XH Simplified Technology.
There's always a logic, a motive, a purpose for everything. When you are the reason for someone's happiness, we are here for yours. Bravo Bank, a reason for your success.
XH Simplified Technology.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
भनिन्छ नि नानीदेखि लागेको बानी मेरो पनि एउटा बानी थियो। जे पनि बचत गरिहाले। बिस्तारै यो बानी स्वभाव बन्दै गयो। बाबालाई पनि ब्याङ्कमा खातै खोलिदिनु पर्ने भयो। अनि त महिनाभरिमा कुत्रुके भरायो। बाबासँग ब्याङ्क गएर जम्मा गरायो। समयसँगै हुर्किँदै गयो। बचत पनि थरी चिन्न लाग्यो। जिन्दगी न हो, सधैँ किन एकनास हुन्थ्यो र? तर पनि मन ढुक्क हुन्थ्यो। किनकि मेरो खाता थियो नबेल ब्याङ्कमा। मेरो बाबादेखि मेरी छोरी सानी सबैलाई सरेको छ मेरो जस्तै बानी।
तपाईको नबिल ब्याङ्कमा खाता छ कि छैन त?
नबेल ब्याङ्क सँगै अघि।
XH Simplified Technology.
मेरो स्टाइलको रहस्य हो प्रो स्टाइल। प्राकृतिक तत्त्वहरूको गुणसहित तपाईको फेभरेट प्रो स्टाइल ड्यान्ड्रफ कन्ट्रोल हेयर ओइल अब नयाँ आकर्षक प्याकमा, जसले तपाईको कपाललाई राख्छ ड्यान्ड्रफ फ्री र चम्किलो, अनि राख्छ तपाईलाई अलवेज स्टाइलिश, कुल एन्ड कन्फिडेन्ट।
Pro Style for my man.
Behind every blissful individual, there is a thought. There is always a logic, a motive, a purpose for everything. When you are the reason for someone's happiness, we are here for yours. Bravo Bank, a reason for your success.
XH Simplified Technology.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
भनिन्छ नि, नानीदेखि लागेको बानी मेरो पनि एउटा बानी थियो। जे पनि बचत गरिहाले। बिस्तारै यो बानी स्वभाव बन्दै गयो। बाबालाई पनि ब्याङ्कमा खातै खोलिदिनु पर्ने भयो। अनि त
After the drinks break, we are back to live action. Kushal Malla continues. And on the very first ball, it was a short, loose delivery from Kushal Malla. Was played in the gap by Hiri Hiri. And they get 2 runs. Rohit Podel at short covers. Both the batters, Hiri and Gaudi Toka, on 13, playing together, trying to build a partnership, stitch a partnership here. 120 in the 35th over. So they've got 15 more overs to go after this. In the 15 overs, they would want to get at least another 100 runs, if not more. Rashid.
Yeah, it's very important they get to the 200 run mark. They'll have to put him in a challenging total. Something for the bowlers to work on. We did see UAE getting 207 in yesterday's game against Nepal. They failed to chase that down. Meanwhile, good from Kushal Malla. Stepping down. Getting a single to end that over. 35 done. PNG 121 for the loss of 4.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged, that is what you wanna be. Get charged.
XH Simplifying Technology.
Ready to continue. Fuller delivery, almost a Yorker. Good fielding there. Good efforts put in by both the bowler first and then Rohit Podel, the captain, bringing in that dive, denying them that single. Once again, good delivery. This is what from the PNG batters. They want to make a move on. This will get the bowlers interested. Play it back to the bowler. Mary at the top of his mark in a second. This time, chance. But they've done well. Scamper through for a single. Just 2 runs so far in this over.
Dipendra Singh Irie, he's been very consistent all throughout the matches that he's played here. Oh, what a beautiful delivery. Breaking that defense of Gaudi Toka. Between bat and pad and the ball just hitting the off stump. Another important breakthrough for Nepal as they now slowly and steadily get back into the game.
That's a brilliant delivery, going with the arm, praying for the spin. Gaudi Toka. That gap between bat and pad proving fatal for him. Gone after scoring 15 of 43. 36 overs done. PNG 123 for 5.
Get charged, keep on pumping and winning. Get charged,